Hello, this is ZDs. Welcome back to another Mario Maker video, clearing more Uncleared 2020 levels. I did miss a week last week. The first week I've missed in a long time. I just didn't have time to make a video. I also, there's only 7,700 levels left in 2020, and I'm sticking to 2020 for now. They are getting hard. Only one of these 6 levels took me less than a half an hour, and that one was pretty quick. But a couple of them took me an hour, one of them took me 2 hours. This first one, which is the best level I'll play this video, took me about an hour. It's a Kaizo mask level, 3D world. I am a big fan of these kind of levels, and this one is quite good. Pretty well indicated. Some of the stuff is a little difficult to figure out. There was one part that took me a very long time to figure out, but it was 100% my fault because I wasn't following his indicators. But generally, yeah, it's quite good. Getting on that icicle is not super easy. For some reason, like, I was having trouble moving downwards with that fast spin. It wasn't doing it right. If you miss that question block, you can kill that Koopa. He wants you to bounce off the Koopa, but you don't have to. Right here, I was not following these indicators very correct. The P-switch indicators mean to hit the propeller box to launch or whatever. And I wasn't listening very well, because I don't listen very well. In general, I just try to do what I want to do. But it's, yeah, this part is what took me the longest to figure out. You see, I missed that pipe. That up pipe is hard to get into, even if you do it right. But the way I was dodging these guys right here, I could barely make it up into this pipe with the last propel. And then I'm trying to figure out what to do, and I was looking at the program as well to try to figure it out. And I couldn't quite figure it out for the longest time. But yeah, you wanna bounce off that spiny and propel when it tells you to. So we want to reset our propeller power up by landing on top of the thwomp. If you hit ground, you get all 3 propels back. So we want to trigger that thwomp, land on them. There's, I think, 3 sections where you have to land on top of a thwomp. Once I figured out, we'll watch a full run of this one too, but once I figured out that I was doing it wrong, I didn't have too many problems. In fact, you can make it into the pipe with 1 propel left, and you don't even need it, to be honest. I think I used them all here, but yeah, if you use them all, you just kind of trigger that thwomp. That's one way to do it. In the future, I'll land back on the thwomp because you get all 3 propels back. And then here's the kind of the final challenge, which you can't really see, which I don't love, but there is a spiny shell bouncing back and forth, and eventually it's going to reach an on-off switch, and it will drop that. This is the final run. It'll drop that pokey. I was having problems with that first thwomp jump because I kept blowing myself up. You got to stay away from that bomb explosion. Trigger that. I don't go down very easily there. Timer here is not super tight, but I am a little slow this life. You could easily beat it like a couple seconds faster than I do. So I'm gonna trigger that thwomp. Grab on. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. You want to get rid of that guy because he's in your way, basically. But you can do it like I did it the first time too, and bounce back and go under. You do need him out of the way, though. So yeah, I'm gonna use 2. You don't actually have to use. No, I'm gonna use all 3 of them, because the shell turns that on-off block back on, and I realized that I messed up the first time I got that far. Yeah, I have 1 second left. Yeah, very good level. Difficult. It was fun to beat. It was a little frustrating, a couple of the things I was doing wrong, but once I figured out what I was doing wrong, it didn't take me that long to get it. Yeah, excellent level. I'm sure it took me about 100 lives. I did die a lot. The second level, we'll go to New Super Mario Bros. U. This is a Yoshi killing level. I like the concept of this level. There's some cool stuff in it, but there's also a lot of blind stuff and a lot of confusing things. So right here, I'm like, I thought I had to hit a block under that coin, because why is that coin there? I guess the coin's there to tell me where to drop Yoshi, which is a weird way to indicate that. Yeah, I thought I was trying to hit a hidden block there. But that's not what we're doing. We're actually just jumping up and jettisoning the Yoshi into that pit. Just an odd way to indicate that. This jump is pretty hard. I think I might have fluttered too early there. I am terrible with New Super Mario Bros. U Yoshi, because he has that little flutter power, which he doesn't in Super Mario World. And if you use it, it's done. And it's very easy to... So I probably noticed too late that there's an arrow. I think I may have even looked on the program. There's an arrow there. You're supposed to shoot fire. You could indicate that better, but you have to hit right where that P switch block is. Then you have to kind of, you know, procrastinate a little bit before you jump off the Yoshi. Then you get to this third section. Or fourth section? I don't remember. Fourth, I guess this is the fourth Yoshi. This is really confusing. There's a shell there, I killed it, and I'm like, oh crap, I probably needed that, didn't I? The fact is you don't need that. I don't know what he really intended here. I assume what I do is more or less what he intended. But I don't know what that shell is for. You don't need it. But this took me a long time. Even looking at the program, I'm like, I don't understand what's going on here. I thought he wanted me to do a Yoshi sloped shell jump to get up there, and I'm like, wow, that is insane. But I didn't account for the that bumper is kind of giving me a hint at what I'm supposed to do. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to do a Yoshi shell jump off a slope, which I don't even know if it's possible, to tell you the truth. I assume it is, but a sloped shell jump without Yoshi is really hard. A Yoshi shell jump is really hard. To do both is crazy. Like I said, I don't know if it's even possible. But I should realize that bumper is trying to prevent me from going through, but not something I spit out of Yoshi's mouth. Yeah, this took me a long time. I'm gonna really goof around here for a minute. Yeah, I'm still trying to do this Yoshi shell jump. Yeah, I don't know. That might be possible. I don't know, man. That's hard. I couldn't imagine. I was like, I can't believe that's what he wants me to do. What he actually wants me to do is once I get this Yoshi, I can lick another egg because another Yoshi pops out. That's when I'm going to spit through that bumper. But I'm going to put on the helmet first because I assume I need that too. It's unfortunate that the helmet didn't allow me to choose any of the rest of the level, because it doesn't. It does allow me to get back up here. Maybe that's what it's for. Maybe it's to bounce up these munchers. Maybe that's why he has it there. I'm really not sure, but you can get up there without doing that. So we're gonna jump off Yoshi and jump off that wall. I did do this at one point and I've despawned that Yoshi to the right, so I'm trying to be really careful not to. But yeah, now I have a Shellman, I have the Yoshi. This is one that really, like, looking at the program really helps, because there's some blind stuff here. But I got the checkpoint. There's one checkpoint in this level. I grab the P-switch and go through the door. You have to hit the P-switch first. You kill some Yoshis to the right, I guess. One of them, anyway. One of them survives. That's poorly planned out. And then you have to do a wall jump off that pipe, which I knew that I was supposed to do that. I just missed it. It's not easy. I had already booted by this point. I think the fire part kind of bothered me, but this part justifies my boo if nothing else does. I have speed this part up. What I need to do is I need to time it so I jump on top of this icicle that I can't even see, and then that'll give me a little height to jump up to the right, or to the left there, which I can't see. I can't see what I'm supposed to do here, man. This is very, very poorly done. In fact, I'll leave him a comment that says, I don't like some of these setups, especially that icicle jump. Because if you could see it, it would be one thing. Why does he put it above where you can see? That's what I really don't understand. I sat here for like a couple of minutes trying to get this done. Eventually I die on this life, but that's what I'm trying to do. I don't even know if that's what I'm supposed to do. I can kind of see it. I actually thought I had to get Yoshi up there, because I didn't think I could do it without Yoshi, but apparently you can. We're gonna cut right to the successful attempt. Yeah, if you get that, you follow the arrows, you can jump off of Yoshi, and then you can make that with a good jump. Now there's a choice. There's two different paths. They both lead to the same spot. I go to the fire one first because I thought it looked easier in the program, but you can't make this jump. You have to jump off the wall, which I didn't realize, so I died. We'll try the green one. The green one's actually easier because if you miss, you can do it again. I think that's super unfair because you can't see it. You cannot see. I think the red one is a little easier. The boss fight, I think, if I remember right. I don't even remember what it is. You could get hit right here with the Yoshi, and you don't lose him. He should have you lose him, really, but he doesn't. Which probably means this is the path that he took. So you jump off the green Yoshi, and you're fine. You don't lose. I speed this part up because it's very boring. But I have to use. It's very hard to get these Koopas in between these walls because it's very easy to crush them. We have to get 3 Koopa shells so we can kill Boom Boom for the key. Yeah, I don't remember what's on the other side. I know I looked. I never got that far. That icicle jump is really, really hard to do. Yeah, you have to time it. You have to land right on top of it to get a boost. And you can't see it, so the timing is really hard to figure out. There's a Yoshi check here for some reason. No reason to have that. Those Yoshis live, by the way. I don't live. I die. Maybe that's the joke. Yeah, very good concept, poor execution, I think. But it was a fairly decent challenge. Yeah, he could have put that icicle a little lower, I guess. I don't know, because you could have maybe got up there with Yoshi. I don't know. It was just a poor setup. Very annoying. That's probably the best clear rate of this video. Oh man, this Super Mario World level, I wanted to love this level because I love the cape. This is a cape level. I'll spoil it for you right now. There's a part that's super duper hard, the second section basically, and I'm like, I opened the program just to kind of scope it out, and I'm like, I'm looking to see the path that I should take because it's just a really hard flying section. Fact is, he has a dev block, and we'll see that. Really lame. You'll lose the power up. You have to be very careful. You have to space out your jumps. You know, controlled jumps. But I like this. I like this part. I like most of this level, to be honest. But that second flying section, my guess is he just made it way too hard. Couldn't do it himself, so I put a dev item in there. Probably assumed no one was ever going to beat this. Or maybe somebody better than him would beat it. I don't know if it's... I feel like it's almost impossible. It's so hard. Controlling the cape is not easy in general. If you went slow, maybe, but like you're going between a bunch of boo rings, and it's really hard to judge where you're going. But I don't find that yet. Well, we're gonna see that section before I show you where the dev item is. The dev item is very tricky to find too. You would never find it on accident. Does require the cape power up to get. Cape power up can't hit hidden blocks, by the way, if you didn't know. So here's that flying section. I mess up pretty quickly there. He does have coin trails. They're decentish. They're not great. Yeah, it's really hard to... Can you imagine getting between all these guys? Man, that's not... Very not easy. And I think there's more stuff even above. I think this is just the life where I get through this section. There is one checkpoint in this. There might be 2 checkpoints. I can't remember. God, I really wanted to like this level too. So you go do this. You take the little damage, right? And then there's a P balloon. You have to, if you hit the spikes when you're in flight, normal flight, not Z flight, you don't lose the cape. I assume that's from Super Mario World. I don't remember. But there's like a little boo sound, and then you have some iframes, and then you can run up under that semi-solid and hit that block. And I did leave a note because I figured that if anyone ever gets this in Endless, and people have liked this, and I beat it, so it could be an Endless. I do boo it for the dev item. I think I already just did there. So yeah, P-Balloon makes this free, you know? And yeah, he definitely did that. There's no way he didn't do that. Come on. Then you're supposed to come up here. And then, what are you supposed to do here? You're supposed to keep the cape? You're supposed to, you gotta keep the cape, but you can't fly from here, so. He wants you to keep flying, which it would be really hard. It's almost like he doesn't even pretend. After that, though, there's no more dev items, but the checkpoint gives you a cape. There's a cape coming out of that pipe. You need the cape for this first section, but you can lose the cape after this. Which we'll see. I only show this. There's a boss fight right here. I only show it once. So you need to do one of those ground pounds to take out those munchers. And then here's this little survival boss fight thing. Cape does whack away fireballs, but once you get hit, you're pretty screwed. But you only have to get through this door. You don't have to. Yeah, I'm waiting for a shell to hit a Goomba to give me a key, obviously. This is just tough. I kind of like it. It's not bad. There's actually a real boss fight later on. I messed this part up. I should have just been patient. I thought I could make it all the way to the last one. He does make a pretty fatal error here, in that I'm looking at the program pretty religiously now because I assume he's gonna hide shit. But there's also, like, it's just hard to know where to go. He doesn't block me off from going back to get the Yoshi. You get the Yoshi, everything's pretty much free. Because you have that extra hit. You go up here, fly up here. You can fly with the Yoshi. You can't keep flying with the Yoshi. And here's a double. Shit, what are these guys? Larry? I think Larry, right? They're in clouds. You hit them out of the clouds. You can kind of grab the clouds again. So I got hit with the Yoshi. I can just go back and get him. I do make a mistake in my final comment on this level, in that I tell him that there's a soft lock. Actually, I realized when editing there's no soft lock. If you get to this room, I thought you were soft locked, but you can be killed by Larry. So sorry about that, I guess, but you already put a dev item, so I don't feel that sorry for you. I booed you already for the. I was gonna boo you for the dev item. All you had to do was make that section more doable. You know, I think he probably had the idea of this is what he wanted to do, and then he realized that it was pretty impossible. So, yeah, if you're making a level and it turns out to be so hard that you can't do it, don't do it. Make it easier. If there's a jump that's like just you have to be super precise and you're barely getting it done, make it a little easier. Yeah, there was no soft lock. Like I said, Larry can shoot you through the wall. I forgot about that. You realize that you have to kill both bosses. You should always kill both bosses, but it's like if you accidentally went through the door, or if you took a chance that only one of them had a key, I don't want you to be screwed. But you're okay. Another new Super Mario Brothers U level. I do 2 of each in this one. I might cut that down. I might just do one of each from now on, just considering how hard they're getting. I am, by the way, I'm probably gonna take a break, or maybe only do one every other week. I don't know. I do boo this level. This is the easy level. This video, the easiest level. It actually only took me like 6 minutes. I thought it took me a lot longer until I was editing. I don't like this part with the twister, and I think I booed it for that. It's not that hard. Timing it is hard, but you get past that. The level isn't free, but it's not hard either. I don't like this part. It's just a difficult level, I guess. But it's not like super duper hard. I mean, it might be super expert. It might not be. It is from percentage wise, but I don't know who played it before me, so they might not have been that good. I'm not that good. I can pull. Here's a classic death to a parachute thwomp. I should have used pause buffering. I figured for sure, since the rest of the level was pretty difficult, that he was going to be going full speed. Yeah, I was 100% sure he was going to be going. Apparently, I was wrong. Most of the rest of the level is pretty easy. I think I may have died. Yeah, I died once more right here, right up here. Yeah, timing. A lot of timing puzzles in this one. You have to let that go all the way down, then you can do it. And I hit the wall. That's the only reason I died there. It's not too hard. It's not really not that hard to time this. You have an ample amount of time to get through that little gap. Yeah, this level isn't really that bad. I don't like the twister. I hate twisters. I always bitch about them. But yeah, that's all it is. I think there might be one up to the right. I didn't look. Yeah. Okay level. Really. God, I really wanted that cape level to be good. I was so excited to play a cape level that I could do. Anyway, yeah, that one actually, yeah, 1 on 94, which was lower than the Yoshi level. The Yoshi level is way harder though. Onto the second 3D world level. This one is pretty close to being okay, but it's got a clear condition. It's way too long, and there's some really cheap murders in this one. Basically pipe transitions, few too many spikes. It did take me a minute to figure out what I was doing here, because you can't really see up top, but you're supposed to fire into the pipe. I don't figure it out this life. There's a, like, I think it's, I don't even know what it is. I think it's a skip squeak, I assume, because that's what's in the next section. Did you see it there? I didn't see it. I barely get up that high. But yeah, you have to fire into it, and then you fire again, and I don't realize that I have to fire again, because I can't really see it. I start over. I think I blew up the brick, right? I forgot about that. Yeah, get rid of this plant first. He's just going to get in the way. I'm going to shoot it here, shoot it again, then we can go back up here. Yeah, whatever's up there, I didn't quite see it. I think it's a skip squeak. Next section, there's skip squeaks that I have to kill through pipes, so I assume it is. This section is kind of hard the first time you see it. It's not really that bad though. I thought that blinking block platform extended all the way to the wall. It does not. It's kind of halfway in between. This took me a minute to figure out how to get between these platforms, because you jump far. If you Z jump, that's what I'm doing. You jump way too far, or way further than I assumed you would. So you have to stand way back on the platform. You might not even have to Z jump. That's how I did it the first jump anyway. The second jump I don't. Another thing I'll complain about this level is that the uneven difficulty. Like the first the first 3 sections are super easy. Even the 4th section is pretty easy, and then it, like, you get some really tight spike jumps. And then some really, really hard jumps around piranha creepers. This part is
I've never died even once on this part. I don't even know why it's here. He just it's a mask level and he wants to put all the masks in. You know, I can't complain too much if he's gonna put them all in and make them that fireball doesn't actually activate if you have the Goomba mask, which I didn't realize. Yeah, this is a gimme, but like as you lose lives as you gain further in the level. So here's some fairly like a pipe transition that you might not see. I boo it right here because I'm starting to sense a pattern here with what he's doing. I don't like these spike tunnel things. Like unfair. Like the pipe transition is what I object to most. It's not that hard to. The first time I got through it, I didn't die. You have to. You can't pop up off the tree and grab that. That'll kill you. You lose the power up anyway, which is the clear condition. Yeah, a lot of blind stuff too. Just a lot of blind areas in this level. That first one was like that. This one's even worse. That one's way too tight. They really needed to loosen that up a little bit. I think that's super unfair. But after that, you got these really hard jumps below a piranha creeper. Like right here, you have to go under that piranha creeper, which is at the bottom of the screen. So you have to go under the bottom of the screen. Obviously, you can't go very far under the screen or you're going to lose it. And then you have to find this on-off switch, which you can't even see. If I realized that bullet launcher was there, I could have easily wall jumped off of it, which I think is the what he wants you to do. But what I actually end up doing most of the time is, if you get a good jump under this guy, you can propel right up into the on-off. And I do wall jump off it there. You don't have to do that. So I have 2 red coins, right? And there's a third one, and I'm like, where the hell is it? I looked on the program. Actually, I kind of thought I might have known, but I wanted to make sure. It's actually up above where that bullet launcher falls. But I don't like that hiding either very much. I do leave a note here. I say, hey, look, if you can't find it, that's where it is. I thought it might be in the section with a bullet mask. I thought it might be to the left of where the tree was. That's what I was thinking when I paused it to look. You go through this key box, immediately you dropped in some more spikes. It's not as bad as the last one though, so it's not too bad. He puts those low ceilings too, which you can't see. You can't see it. I lost my power up both times. There should just not be there should be a checkpoint because it's a very long level, and he should just have some sort of check to make sure you don't damage boost. Is what he wants to prevent. Now I'm worried about going under these guys and hitting the lava, so it's very difficult to do. I don't know how many of these I can waste, but yeah, the second one is tough. And that's what I have to do. I think I cut to the last life. We're not gonna watch the whole run of this one. It's too long. Very difficult jump, but yeah. And I pause it here too because I'm like, where am I going? I forgot. There's a warp box right above me, which isn't too unfair because I could look around. I can land back on the tree and get my power up back. That's all it is. Not the worst level ever. Could have been more fair, which I do tell him. I think I used the word fair, which I think is a word, right? I think the comparative form of that adjective works. So the last level is by the same guy. I've cleared 2 of his very hard levels, and I really wanted to clear the last 2020 levels. He still has at least one uncleared level from 2023 with 4,600 tries. I'm not going for that one, but I did want to clear his last 2020 level. I did lose audio with this level, so game audio is not there. But I'm going to be talking over it anyway, and I think I just do the clear on this one. This took me like 4 hours. I played for 2 hours one day last week. That's why I don't have a video for the current day that I'm recording this. Last week, basically. So yep. So here's the concept of this level: is you have to carry the shell all the way to the end. And there's a lot of things that are trying to prevent you from doing that. A lot of like items that will wipe out the shell. At this point, okay, so this is the last life. And I looked at the program too to see what I had to do. I didn't think I needed the shell. I think he thinks you need the shell, but I don't think you do. And I'm like, I'm going to carry it just in case I do, if I can make it all the way in it. But I never made it to the end with the shell. There's one part that's so difficult that I never made it through. This part is where you have to jump low and watch out for these fire bars. Very hard. So this bullet's supposed to knock that shell out. So he wants you to still have the shell at this part. This part, I couldn't get the shell through this part. I think I did once, and I ended up hitting a spike at the end. So if you're touching a bullet launcher, it does stop the bullets from coming. Oh, see, I'm almost through it, then I get whacked. But I thought for sure I could get through this with a POW, and he gives you 2 of them. These jumps are so hard, too. So I'm going to wait for some of these bullets. You can't get rid of all these bullets because there's still one on screen. There's some blue platforms here. We're going to go under. There's some thwomps up ahead and some spikes. You have to really jump from under the screen to get that jump. So you get into this last room. You're supposed to throw the shell, and it's supposed to bounce and hit these POWs. But I'm like, well, I have a POW. I can at least kill these top 2. It kills them all. It kills them all. All you have to do is... I thought it hit both those POWs. I thought the shell was going to hit both of those POWs, but that doesn't even make sense because the one POW will take it all out. So all you have to get through is a POW. So I actually go back and leave a message, and I leave my Mark of ZDs because I was so happy to clear this level. This was actually, I think, easier than the other 2 levels that I cleared from this guy, but this one took me way longer. It's pretty much a precision level, honestly. But yeah, you don't need the shell. You don't need the shell. I did not boo this one. I booed the other 2 levels because I thought they killed you right off the bat, which I really hate. This one at least doesn't do that. It's fair all the way through. But you don't need the shell. Yeah, leave him a message. Anyway, if you've made it this far, thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you when I see you. Hopefully soon. Here I'm leaving my mark with a sped up drawing of a black background with a Z through it. Mark of ZDs, baby. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.